Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to a new video which I've forgotten what to do. It's been quite a while. I did take an inadvertent break from YouTube, not for any reason other than life has been chaotic for a number of reasons, some exciting, and we're entering the new year. We're, what are we, 31st of December, so 2024 is calling, and I wanted to get back into the rhythm of YouTubing. So here we are. We are scrapping backwards to the extent that I do still have my kit, which is kind of frog themed, kind of not. It was always intended to be because we did the Frogtastic invention trail, which was a trail of frogs randomly in Stockport, which is a town local to me. And I built this kit. Some of it is remnants of the mega kit that I was using last year, and some of it is new stuff. Now, I'm not going to go through the kit now, purely because I have missed scrapbooking and I want to create a layout. So that's what we're going to do. But I will show you the kit at some point. I also have these cut files, and that is where we are starting from today. These were backed quite a while ago. I had tons of pre-cut cut files, so months ago now. I just spent time backing them. This is actually two cut files, which I was just messing about with while I was sat here, as you do, and I quite like this sort of overlapping star within this adventure. I think they're both Paige Evans cut files, so that's what we're going to use. So it's an adventure cut file, and then this is an overlapping star, I guess you would call it. So that's what we're going to use. I have absolutely no idea what photos we're going to use, except it will hopefully probably be a froggy photo. We do have some frog supplies, not that many, but I do have some. So we'll dig around and see what we've got. From the trail as well, which I probably won't use these today, but at some point I want to create a layout where we keep this map and it explains all of the frogs that you had to find. So I want to keep that, and we've got this flag, and then I've got another map for cutting up or spare, and then lots of bits and pieces. In this kit I do also have, I've got some 6x8 papers, including cork and wood. But frog papers, who knew that we actually have frog papers in our stash, and more than just one, which is amazing. They are mostly Chamel. So yeah, I'm just going to dive right in and see what we want to do. I do also have somewhere, I've literally not been in this for about a month, so excuse me not really knowing what I'm doing. I have some wax paper with stickers on, which these were the remnants of my mega kit. So I basically went through, decided which of the stickers I wanted to keep, which of them were going in the bin, and that's what we did. So I'll just show you what we've got there. Some of them are not very sticky. No idea why, but hey ho. And then finally this one, which we have a couple of frogs on. This is from, what's the collection? Kid at Heart from Pebbles. And we also have a frog sticker from the actual trail. So we'll use some of them, I am sure. I've just seen this paper, which I think is going to become our background. Let's have a look. I think I like that. Although, Doesn't stand out very much, does it? So I will probably just spend a couple of minutes going through the papers that we have and pulling out one that I think might work. It's not a huge kit, this, because I think that's where I went wrong last time. It was a little bit too big, a bit overwhelming. I haven't scrapped properly in a while, which is good to have a break now and again. Life has been busy with lots of other stuff going on. So, yeah, let's see what we've got. We've got a frog paper here. This is from Chanel Head in the Clouds. Got a tag with a frog on. We have got cameras. We have got this, which I absolutely love. But that might be a little bit busy for that, as much as I love it. Lots and lots of different bits and bobs. Believe in the most magical things. Love that. This is a great paper from Chanel's Never Grow Up. We have a couple of them. So it seems I am actually showing you the kit, but there we go. What about... I'm drawn to greens. I quite like that paper for our background. What do we think? I think it's better than this. And I did notice that I actually have two of them. So I wonder whether I had an idea for a double page layout that I just can't remember. So I think I will keep them and use them at another point. We also have this one. These are Vicky Bootin pre-made pages. And we have this one, which is quite nice. But again, lose it a bit. I think it needs to be a darker paper. So it could be this one. Love that one as well. That is Pebbles, Sun and Fun. That could have worked if I wasn't using the star, but the star I have cut out on yellow. That would be a fantastic background, but it's a little bit busy because it's a map, and obviously we were on a little treasure hunt. I've got some papers where I've clearly thought about doing double page layouts. We've got some paper from first edition, I think it's called. Not sure. Let's continue flicking through. So how has everybody been? How was your Christmas time, your New Year's time? How was the last bit of 2023? How's your scrapbooking going? How's your life going? I hope everybody is keeping well and happy. And thank you for sticking around whilst there has been no new content. There will be lots of new and exciting content coming this year. I'm changing the way I do things. I am doing a lot more. I am spreading my wings, so to speak. Relaunching stuff. Just lots of exciting stuff which will come in due course. I'm just flicking whilst we have a little chat. I love this paper from Fernwood, but again, it's a little bit too light for that cup holder. That's quite a nice one. I've also just noticed that the U is missing a little bit there. Weird. But that's fine. That's fine. We can cover that with an embellishment. A variety of papers that is very much all about the outdoors, adventure, nature, which is exactly what we want. Okay, and again, we have two of these. So lots of double page layouts coming at you, it would seem. Adventure on that would work. Okay, so these papers are definite no's, so let's get rid. I am also not going to use I can't say that. We may need some 6x8 papers, so let's leave that there. So, do we want to use green? Do we want to use brown? What do we think? Or do we want to use this one? I am thinking, what about if we have green with a bit of brown? I think that's what we are going to do. So give me a moment to get the border strips cut off, and I will be right back with you. So that is all cut and stuck down. I had decided to place it off centre, so the adventure isn't quite in the centre of the green, and the yellow star is not in the centre of the green either, and some of it overlaps with the green onto the brown, and that is a-okay. Not got an issue with that. Still don't know what photos we're going to use. We are scrapping backwards in the true sense of the word. But I do know that for this page, I want to use these 3 froggy stickers. So I think I'm going to create a little cluster of frogs down here. Now, I always struggle to use cut files that cover like a big portion of the page, such as this one, just because I then struggle on where to put the photo. I don't know if anybody else is the same, or whether it's just a me problem. Because obviously it doesn't matter where you place your photos, you are going to cover up some of the letters. So I guess you just need to embrace that and not worry too much about it, because at the end of the day, you're still going to get the general gist of what it's trying to say. So I've placed those 3 frog stickers down here at the bottom. We also have these frogs in little cases, are they? I think. As well as some birds. These are all from Shamel Never Grow Up. These are from Pebbles. I'm thinking of putting the photos here and here if we have to. So let's see if we can add, maybe we can have this sticker sort of poking out here, maybe somewhere, like, oops, daisy. That sticker is very sticky. So I just thought maybe here randomly. And we're just going to build up some clusters. I think what I need to do is decide on a photo at this point, which I think is okay in terms of the whole ethos of scrapping backwards, because at this point the layout is pretty much done. So we were inspired, I guess. We started off this layout with this cut file, added in this overlapping star cut file, which then led us to our 2 patterned papers. And I could have gutted this, but I chose not to. I'm trying to use paper up, not keep little scraps. And then that has led to these stickers being used. I don't have much in terms of 3D embellishments at the minute, but I will add a couple of flair, a couple of 3D things. But I think for now, we need to get our photos on. So let me go and decide what photos we're going to use. Okay, so I went digging for some photos and decided on these 2, which is a photo of me, Dan, Mick and Tom, and then one of the frog that we are by. This frog is Gizmo, which for anybody interested, and I don't know if you are, but I'm going to tell you anyway, that is... This is one of the reasons why I kept the map, so that I know as I scrap each photo, because obviously I want to scrap. I've got a photo of each frog and a photo of us with each frog. Gizmo was Rocking the look, Gizmo is named after the Gizmotron, a device invented in Stockport by 70s band 10cc, known for its unique sound effects. It was used prominently in classic hits such as I'm Not in Love. So that is what that frog is based on. So yeah, I figured this was a good one to use because there's quite a lot of green. So I'm thinking of putting the photos up here. So somewhere here, because we cover a bit of the A, a bit of the E, but I feel like you still get the overall gist of what it's saying. And then this one I'm going to put down here in the same sort of way. However, I am going to lean that one more to the right, and it's going to come over onto the brown slightly, and that is a-okay with me. Now, what I think I also want to do is add a couple of subtitles. So let's see what we've got here. So, say yes to new adventures, enjoy the journey, discover. So I am going to use this discover up here, and then I'm just going to dive into my stash of alphas, and we're just going to overload it with green. So I am going to use these Pink Fresh Studio Happy Balloons, and we're going to spell out Frogtastic, which is the title of the trail. As usual, I am going to spell it backwards because I want to make sure that I can fit everything in. So let's go with that. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm going to come in with Shamel, Here We Go Alphas, which is from Never Grow Up. And we're going to mix in a multi-font title. We're going to spell trail. So let's find our R. So we're definitely just mixing and matching all of our supplies for this layout, which is what it's all about. And I love it. I am really happy to be scrapping again, because it's been far too long. Time just disappears, doesn't it, guys? It really does. It's scary where it goes, to be honest. But anyway, so we need an R. There we go. So then our title is, of course, Discover, and then I'm going to use these L's Studio Jane alphabet tile stickers, which, as we know, is one of my favourite supplies in the world, and I need to stock up. I need to do an order with them. T-H-E. So then our title is Discover the Frogtastic Trail. Now, I could have added another word, which would have been Invention, the Great Frogtastic Invention Trail, but I think that's a long enough title at the end of the day. So we're just going to keep it as that. Now, what I'm going to do is, as we put things away in here, we are just going to check through and see if we want to add anything else. I don't think we need to add a ton more stuff. We have got some ephemera on here as well. A lot of this is ephemera, which I have just stuck a tiny bit of adhesive on the back to stick onto the wax paper, which I think is a great idea, because it means that you're then going to use up some of your ephemera, but you don't have to go through the pack. So I just spent, it was a while ago now admittedly, but I spent an hour going through some relevant ephemera packs, pulling out a few bits and bobs, and just adding that tiny bit of tape which sticks it down until we want to use it at the end of the day. So I'm going to add a couple of leaves just poking out here as a little accent for us. Let's add this one down here. And we're just going to keep these in our box. So many awesome stickers. We've got clear stickers as well. I am not the biggest fan of clear stickers for scrapbooking. I absolutely love them for my planner and use them regularly. But for scrapbooking, I find that they always get lost. So I rarely use them. What I generally end up doing is sticking them on white paper and cutting out, and I'm not very good at fussy cutting, so I always avoid it at all costs, and I therefore don't use them. So we need to try and rectify that at some point. Okay, I also have all of this here. A lot of this is from my older kit, and I've just transferred it over just because I didn't want to put it back into my stash. I wanted to get things used. So let's see if we can use at least a couple of items. I think we can use a couple of florals. Florals is one of those things that can just get used. So let's pop one there. We've also got a little bird, and I feel like we can get away with using a bird on here and a floral here. And I think, should we just use this one? I'm going to stick this one in the middle, and that is a package used. Bingo. I'm also going to use one of these Vicky Booten Sweet Rush Hearts. I've only got 4 left now of this packet. We do have another packet, obviously. Would you expect anything less? And then that's probably going to do it, if I'm honest. We do have these. I'm not sure we're going to get any of these on. Let's pop one down here, and we'll just fluff these up for a 3D effect. These are the colour study flowers. Again, ended up with quite a few packs of them. I do have 2 ephemera packs. These are from Bella Boulevard. And we've got the last bits of florals from Chanel. I've got a flare that I'd like to use, which is a gorgeous nature-inspired camera. So let's pop that on, and I might actually pop that in the middle of our flower. Yeah, I'm going to pop that down there. We have got a couple more here as well, so let's add a black one. You can always add a pop of black, I think. We've got black popping in throughout our layout with our clothes, this floral, the camera, this sticker. So I feel like it can work rather nicely up there. And that is going to do it for this layout, guys. It has been so good to scrap with you again. I hope you are all keeping well, and I hope you are having a happy scrappy year so far. I will be back with some more layouts. I am not going to be pressuring myself, but I will be back a lot more regularly, at least. But yeah, without the pressure. I think that is the key. No overwhelming. But I'm really pleased with this. You can still see the adventure in the background, but it's not the highlight of the layout. The photos are taking the overall limelight, which is what it should be all about. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I will see you all again very soon. Don't forget to check out what Kathy has been up to. She's been keeping things going as usual. Thank you, Kathy. And I will be back with a housey kind of layout very, very soon. Just show you a little sneaky peek of that. I will be back with that very soon. Until then, happy scrapping.